Yes, that's right. Your ears did not deceive you. Marvel Studios officially mentioned the X-Men by name in She-Hulk. They did it. And they even tease us with news before it's cut off. But this is quite important and very significant if you really just think about it. Okay, so in the episode when Jen goes and meets with Kevin Feige, the Kevin robot, the algorithm that just puts out the same content that's satisfying to the mass audience, haha, that's the joke, that's the in-joke, she decides to take one up for the fans watching who have watched so far. And she says, okay, hey, and when are we gonna get the X-Men? And then she turns to the camera and gives us a thumbs up, and it's then that the robot responds with, Kevin Feige responds with, I cannot tell you that. Now again, this is very significant for a multitude of reasons. One, they name drop the X-Men by name. She knows them. Jen knows that the X-Men are coming. She's breaking the fourth wall. She's seeing things, all that. So that's the first thing. Number two, and part two of this, is Kevin Feige saying, I can't tell you that. Because again, legally we know there's a couple things with the old contracts that prevent recastings and things like that, which is exactly why they're using up some of these contracts, and they used up some of them so far. So again, things are still in motion. But one of the most significant things here is, and this is the one that people are overlooking, and this is the most significant thing in relation to the X-Men in the MCU that everybody was upset about a couple years ago, and then they realized that they were too dumb and upset over nothing, so they just kind of swept it under the rug. They will be called the X-Men. Remember when the controversy hit because Victoria Alonso, one of the people running Marvel Studios and overseeing the entire X-Men thing, and Sony and everything, just like Kevin Feige, she's a VP, she said, the X-Men name is a little outdated, all things considered. And they made that joke in Dark Phoenix, I think it was. Maybe it was Apocalypse. I don't care which one it was. Both movies were terrible. Either way, though, people start to run with the articles and the whole thing. Oh, Marvel's never going to call them the X-Men because men are evil and all that. They specifically tell you they're going to be called the X-Men here. That's the important thing. They're not going to shy away from it. Are they going to call the entire mutant kind mutants? Yes. But the X-Men will remain the X-Men. So we just got our first major drop and hint and confirmation here. When we get the X-Men, they will be the X-Men. Make no mistake about it. Also, since we're talking about X-Men, let's talk about this one. Anytime we talk about them or something like that, or we talk about Hollywood screwing people over, inequality and all this, we saw this in all the She-Hulk feedback. People saying, oh, don't be political, don't talk about it like that because keep that out of here. Don't talk about how this is liberal and how this is left or right or whatever. If you don't like that, then just leave, right? If you don't like us talking about supporting women and equal rights for them and pay and people being fired from WB because they're in the literal section of the company that was meant for minorities to be able to tell stories about black creators and foreign people and stuff. If you don't like that, there's plenty of creators on YouTube that will literally agree with you and say, no, we don't want minorities in Hollywood. Go find them. But I can promise you, with the X-Men coming to the MCU, we're going to be talking a whole lot about diversity, equality, and, support for LGBTQ+. So if you don't like that, make like a tree and get out of here.